Good evening and welcome to the Arlington boys soccer game between the varsity soccer Arlington Spy Ponders and the Belmont Marauders. This is the second meeting of the season between the two teams. Belmont won the first game 1-0. Arlington is looking to avenge that with a win of their own here today. This production is brought to you by ACMI Sports. I'm Mark Santello. Our camera person is Danuta Ayad. Clint Garahan steps forward there, sends the ball up to Miles Lehman, looking for Francesco Valagusa. Back into the middle. Clint Garahan now has it, looking to go forward. He's got track speed, and he's trying to use it. That ball, last touch by Clint. No, actually by Belmont, and it will be a corner kick for Arlington. Looks like Miles Lehman will be taking this corner kick. In their last game, Arlington managed to score twice on corner kicks. This ball comes in short. Nobody's coming in. I think Miles is a little surprised, but it gives an opportunity for a shot. Oh! And almost an own goal. Good response by the Belmont keeper. Arlington has started the game with some good energy. Their starting back line is intact. Peter Mitri, number 2, they're kicking the ball. To his left, Adrian Black, number 23. Max McCursey, number 24. And the already mentioned Clint Garahan about to have a throw in here, number 3. Center mids for Arlington are Mustafa Ayad, number 4. Tommaso Valagusa, number 17, also the team's leading scorer. Mustafa and Tommaso are team co-captains. And Lloyd Cleary is the third starting. Actually, tonight, Andreas Cuellar, number 1, is starting in the middle, also a senior. Tonight is senior night for Arlington. Here, Phineas Santello, number 8, is the right winger. He is a senior co-captain as well. In the middle is Francesco Valagusa, brother of Tommaso Valagusa. He's a sophomore, Tommaso a senior. And number 6, Miles Lehman, a senior, is the left wing.
Let's go, Jack. Let's go, Jack.
Ball stays in, gets crossed. And Belmont scores a quick goal. They're up 1-0. Ben Wasco went out to take that one. Did not get in front of the player. And he was able to get a foot on it and touch it past Ben Wasco. Early lead for Belmont. Arlington's in a hole that they're going to have to work very hard to get out of. Foul on Arlington. Free kick for Belmont. Belmont has the ball again on the attack. Nice give and go there. And again, Max McCursey interrupts that one, gets it up to Miles Lehman. Mustafa Ayad with a nice cut. Miles Lehman looks to send a long ball to Phineas Santello. Phineas was hoping to get it over the backline player, who used his height to hit it. Belmont controls. Peter Mitri gives his body up there to get the ball forward. And Max McCursey looks to interrupt that one. Adrian Black manages to clear the ball. looking for a through ball here.
Nice, nice.
And trying to use their speed. Long ball sent here. And Belmont, big kick forward. Andreas Cuellar controls. Phineas Santello gets it over to Mustafa Ayad, back to Andreas. Andreas looks to touch it up to Tommaso Valagusa, but missed him. This ball bouncing around. That does not play to Arlington's strengths. They are better when they're able to get the ball on the ground and control it. And Arlington looks to take off. Nice job of getting this ball out to Miles Lehman. He cuts back and has a go at it. It bounces, but is picked up by the Belmont keeper. I believe that was off the foot of a Belmont defender, which slowed the ball down. Good crowd here for tonight's game. We're going to see if Arlington can pick up the game, get an equalizer soon. And that call surprisingly goes against Arlington. Clint Garahan was leveled, but he is called for the foul. Free kick coming in. Headed to Ben Wasco. He was ready for that. Belmont touches the ball forward. Looks to get a through ball to number 7.
Good job. Let's go, let's go.
Peter Mitri manages to touch it off of a Belmont player. Ball comes into Phineas Santello,
Nice try, Simon. Nice try.
who works it up the sideline, cuts it back, and gets it to Andreas Cuellar. Mustafa Ayad has the ball, gets it over to Tommaso Valagusa, up to Miles Lehman. Miles looked for a chip forward to Tommaso, who is cutting. Belmont manages to pass it back to the keeper, then back out again. Don Black looks to get on that ball. And despite his jersey being pulled extensively, Max McCursey was able to get a hold of that. His jersey is now untucked. I think it was tucked when he started that play. This ball goes up forward to Francesco Valagusa. He's taking the ball to the corner, guarded by Edward Stafford. Cuts back around him, looks to get a shot off. Edward Stafford and the other Belmont defender managed to clear the ball. And that ball, unfortunately, off of Arlington. Sub coming in for Belmont. Tommaso Valagusa sends this ball out of bounds, and it'll be another throw-in for Belmont. Belmont controls along the back line. Arlington looks to challenge. Belmont out to their left wing, who made a nice move earlier to cross the ball in. Tommaso Valagusa there. Phineas Santello.
Oh, nice play. Nice play, Jake.
Adrian Black being pulled from behind.
Nice play, Jake.
And he's called for a foul. Belmont player called for a foul there as he grabbed the player trying to get by him. Max McCursey sends this low ball out. Andreas Cuellar controls it up. This ball is sent to Phineas Santello. Phineas uses his speed. He's looking for a target now. He gets it. Oh, he's looking for Francesco Valagusa. Gets it to Tommaso Valagusa. Tommaso cuts it with his left foot. Andreas Cuellar tries to control him. Mustafa Ayad's got it. He gets it up to Miles Lehman. It's going to take a little bit of extra effort from Miles to keep it in. He does. Gets it over to his right foot. And finally it's called out of bounds. Throw in for Belmont. Pass to the Belmont keeper. Up the sideline, Clint Garahan gets a head on it. Challenge is there. Mustafa Ayad knew where that was going. And Mustafa Ayad's got it. He's going. Looking for Miles Lehman. That's going to be a little bit too strong. And the Belmont keeper lets it go out for a goal kick. Tommaso Valagusa called for a push in the back. Edward Stafford sends a long ball in, headed out by Tommaso Valagusa. Out of bounds. Clint Garahan looking long for Francesco Valagusa. Controlled by Belmont. They pass back. Then look to chip forward again. Challenge there by Mustafa Ayad. And that should go out of bounds. Goal kick for Arlington. That ball flicked forward by Tommaso Valagusa. Edward Stafford plays it back to his keeper. And this one will go out of bounds for a throw-in. Miles Lehman to Francesco. To Tommaso, sorry. To Andreas Cuellar. Looking for Phineas Santello. He controls on the right side. Gets it over to Andreas. Andreas has the ball. Looks to get it through to Francesco. Stopped by Edward Stafford. And now chipped forward. Max McCursey sends it back in. Andreas Cuellar has it. Gets it to Tommaso Valagusa. Tries to get it through the legs of a Belmont defender. Lots of hugging and holding going on there. Called against Arlington. The affection's going both ways. As long as we agree on that. Some outright shirt grabbing going on too. And Tommaso Valagusa sends this out of bounds for a corner kick. With 15 minutes gone, Belmont Marauders lead the Arlington Spy Ponders 1-0 in this second meeting of the year. Call against Tommaso Valagusa. And a warning to Tommaso Valagusa. Hopefully he will listen and take this very seriously. Free kick here. Dangerous in the box. And Peter Mitri looks to get it out. Does a good job there. Andreas Cuellar puts a foot on it and sends it long. Francesco Valagusa will pressure. Belmont, strong faith in their keeper, passes it back.
Let's go, Luca! Let's go! Let's try, Luca!
Adrian Black here to clean up. Sends it forward. Belmont has it, controls it in the middle. Keeps it on the ground, looks for a through ball, and Ben Wasco picks it up. Long kick by Ben Wasco. He's got a very solid punt. And as you can see in the game on ACMI, Arlington versus Wakefield, Ben Wasco actually managed to score a goal with a punt. Had the wind at his back. The keeper from Wakefield had some sun in his eyes, misjudged a big bounce with topspin. No, nice job there by Adrian Black to get this ball out. And Ben Wasco managed to score a goal. Arlington looking to challenge. Adrian Black sends this one forward, and that'll go out of bounds. Substitute coming in, Lloyd Cleary. Comes in from, let's see who's stepping off here. Tommaso Valagusa will be stepping off for a minute. Likely a long throw here. Santello looking for Francesco Valagusa. Belmont player gets a foot in front of it. Lloyd Cleary's come in. He always adds a spark, number 13, Lloyd. And this ball picked up by Ben Wasco. Okay, Arlington's going to need to do a better job of getting it through this Belmont wall. Belmont typically does not give up a lot of goals. I believe in their last game they struggled a little bit. And if I'm correct, they lost to Watertown 3-1. Hey Rob, is that right? Your last game 3-1 Watertown?
Yeah.
1-0? 1-0? Okay. My mistake. It was actually 1-0. The game against Watertown. Santello looks to contain. Belmont maintains control. Looks again for a through ball, and again Ben Wasco is going to have to pick this up. In my opinion, Ben Wasco would do well just to take an extra step out of goal. It's unlikely that people are going to get over him with a long shot. He's 6'3" and has a basketball pedigree as well as a soccer one, so he's likely to be able to get up for a ball in the air. Lloyd Cleary here to Santello. To Andreas Cuellar in the middle. Andreas looking for a shot, and this may well be, and it is. Corner kick for Arlington. Andreas Cuellar will take it. "20 minutes gone in the first half. Arlington still looking for its first goal as they are behind 1-0 to Belmont. Tommaso Valagusa comes back in for Andreas Cuellar. Lloyd Cleary sends it in. Strong ball. Belmont gets ahead on it. Miles Lehman controls it. Sends a long ball back in. And that goes out of bounds. That would have had to go in straight on its own because Arlington was significantly offsides. Belmont did a good job of getting out of the box after that kick came in. Arlington a little bit slow there. Miles Lehman flicks that on, but Belmont controls. And he's called for a trip. Not sure why the gesticulations, even though it was unintentional. That Belmont player did indeed trip over his foot. Edward Stafford, big kick, sends it in. Adrian Black sends it out. Phineas Santello with the back heel up to Andreas Cuellar. Looking for the give and go with Phineas. Not able to make it happen. Lloyd Cleary controls. He gets it over to Tommaso Valagusa. Back to Lloyd Cleary. Up to Francesco. Belmont player steps in front, but Lloyd Cleary shows his skills with that stop there of the ball. That was acrobatic. Nice to see. This one off Clint Garahan. It will be a throw-in for Belmont. That's ball bounced out and will be sent out of bounds by Belmont. Vinay Santello calls for it. And coming on now, Sheldon Freudenreich. He had his first goal of the year, number 7. He takes out Francesco Valagusa. He had his first goal of the year in Arlington's last game against Stoneham. Throw in to Tommaso Valagusa. Bounced up in the air. Peter Mitri challenges here. Gets a chest on it. Off to the races. Back to Mustafa Ayad. He's looking for a through ball to Miles Lehman. Miles has the ball. Looks to cut it back to his right foot. Again. Now he sends it over. Phineas Santello heads it to Sheldon Freudenreich. Sheldon has the ball. Sends it back to Lloyd Cleary. Lloyd Cleary over to Tommaso Valagusa. Tommaso looks to get through the line as he's surrounded by Belmont defenders. Phineas Santello looks for a pass to the middle. Broken up by Belmont. Mustafa Ayad has it. Gets it down to Clint Garahan. Clint up to Sheldon. Sheldon looks for Miles. Clint Garahan gives up his body there. Never afraid to do that. And ball sent in the middle to Miles. Tommaso Valagusa tried to get there, but it's picked up by the Belmont keeper. Good job by Arlington there to get a shot off, or get a cross off at least. And Phineas Santello breaks this up.
Good job, Arlington. Let's go. Pressure.
Arlington fans are getting excited now. Sheldon Freudenreich has come in with some energy. Looking to challenge. Clint Garahan again on the ball. Clint controls. Oh, it's Mustafa Ayad. He was looking for Miles Lehman on the turn. Mustafa's one of those players who can turn left or right. Hit a nice accurate pass. Ball's running quickly and out of bounds. Belmont managed to get a through ball to their left wing. He got a foot on it, but hit it behind the net. That jump in the back by Belmont leads to a free kick from Tommaso Valagusa. Quick kicks it in. Gets it back. Lloyd Cleary's got the ball now. Cuts. Gets it back to Clint Garahan. Clint gets it out to Miles Lehman. Miles up to Sheldon Freudenreich. Not able to control it. Mustafa Ayad gets it back to Miles. Miles to Sheldon. Sheldon on the ball. Lloyd Cleary here has it. And that's a foul called on Belmont. We have seen before the ability of Tommaso Valagusa to score from this distance. He'll have a go at it here. Gets that one too high. He knows that's a shot that's in his wheelhouse. I'm sure he'd like that one back.
I don't think so. I don't know him that well. I just know what he came after the game was and almost assaulted me.
Goal kick for Belmont. Belmont on the attack here. They've got good numbers. Tommaso Valagusa gets it up to Phineas. Phineas gets it up to Sheldon. Sheldon looks to turn the corner. He does. He gets it in, and it goes through the middle. Tommaso Valagusa is brought down hard in the box. No call. It did look like he was tripped. One does not see a lot of penalty kicks called here in the Middlesex League. And I'm sure Tommaso was hoping to get one called there. Max McCreasy was looking for Miles Lehman there. This bounces out. Max gets again a clear on it. Tommaso Valagusa on the ball. Contact there, no call. And the crowd is growing here in Arlington. Phineas Santello, number 8 there, has a throw in. He'll be looking to make a long throw in. Big throw in from Phineas, looking for a target. It's in the middle of the box. Tommaso Valagusa fights and gets the ball there. And Belmont does not have much of a choice. Good energy by Arlington. I've had it all year. Foul there against Belmont. Miles Lehman was taken down from behind. Tommaso Valagusa will have another go once he gets the 10 yards. Arlington will be smart to pay for a rebound here. Good shot on goal. And Mustafa Ayad was ready for that rebound. The keeper touched it down and was able to control it. Good job by Tommaso to get that on frame. It looks like this is going to be a bit of a chippy night. Lloyd Cleary there, surprised that no foul was called. Ball bouncing around in the middle. Shot taken and rejected by Arlington. Miles Lehman looks to keep it inbounds. Sends it up. Misses Clint Garahan cutting. Ball bouncing around. Lloyd Cleary gets a foot on it. This one comes out. Phineas Santello looking to take it away from the Arlington defender. And the Arlington defender goes down. Ball's kicked out of bounds. The ref was right there. No call made. Number 6, Miles Lehman comes out. And I believe that's Nachikit Patek. Or Patek. Checking in. Phineas Santello. Big throw into the box. Ball's bouncing around. Still in the box. Tommaso Valagusa is knocked down, and that is a penalty called. That's a penalty called. He was knocked over, and that's a penalty called. He was clearly pushed over, but there's a chance that that is a makeup call for the earlier call that Tommaso did not get when he was tripped in the box. And Tommaso equalizes the score. It is now 1-1. Arlington brought some energy. They kept up the pressure. The ball was thrown into the middle there by Phineas Santello. It bounced around. Tommaso Valagusa went up for it, was knocked down. And a foul was called. As I mentioned, there was an earlier play where Tommaso went down in the box. That could have been called a penalty. This may have been a bit of a makeup call. Unclear. And a timeout is called, I believe, by Belmont. The score 1-1 with 8 minutes and 15 seconds left. And as the game resumes with 8 minutes, 15 seconds left, we are now tied. That goal was scored by Tommaso Valagusa on a penalty kick. Long ball out by Edward Stafford. The Belmont team seems to prefer to clear the ball and get it to their forwards. They don't tend to build from the back. They have some numbers here. Arlington needs to get some midfielders back. Mustafa Ayad on his horse. That ball stays in. Arlington's regained its shape. Peter Mitri's got his eye on the left forward. Nachikit Patek looks to get this ball through to Phineas Santello. He chips it forward. Nobody's going to be there. There's a little too much on that ball. And it will be a goal kick for Belmont. The Arlington Coyotes, a third grade youth soccer team, escorted the seniors out onto the field tonight. They did a terrific job. Their efforts much appreciated by the fans here. They have stayed to watch the game, and their energy is up as the game is now tied 1-1. Ball in. Arlington looks to contain. Belmont maintains control. Lloyd Cleary goes for a tackle, gets knocked down. Few people get up faster than Lloyd Cleary once knocked down. Belmont showing some good passing now. Passes into the middle. And Peter Mitri says, I've seen enough. Looks to get it out. Ball still bouncing around. Phineas Santello looks to get a foot on it there. And Peter Mitri sends it up to Francesco Valagusa. Francesco goes back to the middle and chips it forward looking for Phineas. Phineas is under it. He sends it into the middle. A little bit too much. Probably a good time for Phineas to use his speed there and keep going instead of trying to target just one person in the middle. Ball goes out to Nachika Patek. He looks to cross the ball. Belmont pops it up in the air. Bouncing around now. And it will be a throw-in for Belmont. Quickly in for Belmont. Bouncing around. Edward Stafford had a swing at that one, but it bounces harmlessly back to the keeper. Nice shot by Adrian Black coming up to take a step there. Belmont brings it to the sideline. Nachika Patek is pushed over, and there is a call. Call is the throw-in. Clint Garahan looks for Francesco Valagusa. Francesco tries to get it to Mustafa Ayad. Belmont very quickly brings defenders back. They had 6 guys back right then. Safe to say they're a defensively minded team that is opportunistic with its goal scoring, which proved very effective in the first 5 minutes. This ball comes in. Clint Garahan touches it forward. Belmont touches it out of bounds.
Let's go, Belmont!
Belmont controls along the back line and again sends out a long ball. As I said, it's not their inclination to build out of the back so much as to send it forward and then let their forwards create. Phineas Santello looks to flick it forward. And Lloyd Cleary comes flying through. Had a good beat on that one. Substitute for Belmont coming in. Number 19, it looks like, stepping off. 3 minutes left in the first half.
Let's go, Arlington. Let's get one. Speed to the box. Speed. Speed.
Throw in. Max McCursey controls it, lets it go out of bounds for a goal kick. Tommaso Valagusa sends the ball up. This ball's bounced around. Mustafa Ayad gets his head on it first. Francesco looks to turn the corner. Looks to send a through ball here to Phineas. Phineas is looking to use his speed. No call made there as Phineas goes down. Great job by Francesco. He's being held and pushed and shirt grabbed. What?
That would have been harsh to call Finney for a flop.
All right. Let's see if Mustafa Ayad can put one in here. He's got a left foot. He's going to try and curve it into the back corner. Little too much on it. It's always a danger. Mustafa Ayad has a strong kick. That one got a little bit too much up as he was looking for Tommaso Valagusa. They have scored on a similar play this year. Looking to go back post. And that shot wide. Exciting as it gets caught up in the net. And Ben Wasco uses his height to grab it, bring it down. Under 2 minutes left. Max McCursey sends the ball in. Mustafa Ayad between 2 Belmont players gets a head on it. Tommaso Valagusa sends the ball through. Phineas Santello is looking to control it. And looking for the far post, just missed.
Traveling in a basketball game.
And as we go to the half, with Arlington having just had a couple of good chances, the score is 1-1. We're back here in the second half. The score is still 1-1. Belmont started with the ball, sent a long ball forward, looking to create a quick opportunity. Looks like the Belmont strategy here in the second half will be to put pressure on Arlington with the long ball. They will have a little bit of wind at their back. Arlington defenders will need to be ready for this. And at times, simply getting the ball out of bounds may be their best move, giving their midfielders time to come back and help out on D. Belmont passes back over to the right defender, number 24. He looks to get the ball forward. Clint Garahan touches the ball out of bounds. The ball sent in quickly. Oh, sorry, Belmont pauses. Looks to turn the corner. Max McCarthy learns the lesson again as to why not good for defenders to jump. And Lloyd Cleary has to touch the ball out of bounds. Out the back line. Ball coming in. And Belmont scores that off the corner. And once again, Arlington is in a hole. Coverage was a little too loose there on the corner kick. Dimitri looked at control there. And Adrian Black does a good job of blocking out. Andreas Cuellar unable to get a foot on the ball there. The Belmont player pushing it his back. Now has the ball, looks to control it. Gets it over to Phineas Santello. Phineas back heels it up to Francesco Valagusa. He's not able to keep it in. Long throw in, played backwards by Belmont. Looking to chip it over to number 20. And that's 3-1. Two very quick goals here in the first 4 minutes have Belmont up 3-1. This is going to be quite a challenge for Arlington. Down 3-1, 36 minutes left. Belmont's put a lot of pressure on, and Arlington has not been able to respond. Hasn't really gotten the ball out of their half. And unfortunately, Tommaso Valagusa there Basso Valagusa has just earned a yellow card. This does not bode well for Arlington. This ball is sent long. Mustafa Ayad looks to get up to Phineas Santello. Phineas looks to get around the corner. He's got the ball, back heels it to Francesco Valagusa. Francesco has the ball. He looks for Andreas Cuellar. Andreas controls, Lloyd Cleary steps. Francesco Valagusa has it. Shows good control. Takeover by Andreas Cuellar, but he's not able to maintain it. And with the 2-goal lead, Belmont will have the ability to play as conservatively as they want to. That ball off the head of Miles Lehman. Belmont on the attack one more time. Adrian Black. The ball gets around him. Belmont controls along the back line. Looks to pass it up. Not able to be successful. Edward Stafford passes it back to his keeper. He looks to send the ball long. Clint Garahan gets a foot on it. Clint Garahan again. Over to Phineas Santello now. Phineas looking for a target. Was looking for Peter Mitri on the overlap, but good job by the Belmont forward to run back with Peter and not let him get open. Ball in to Miles Lehman. This ball bouncing around. Keeper Ben Wasco pulls it in. Big kick by Ben Wasco. Belmont gets a head on it, and it will go out of bounds. Throw in for Phineas Santello, looking for a cutting Francesco Valagusa. Francesco gets it. Ball out of bounds again. Big throw in by Phineas, headed out by Belmont. He'll have another throw in. Bounces this one down to Mustafa Ayad. Mustafa has it. Looks to go to the corner. Still controls it. Like Cleary sends it back in. And goal kick. Well, the refs disagree. It may end up being a corner. And a corner kick is awarded. Good job by the referees to confer and get that call correct. Arlington needs to score quickly. Mustafa Ayad turns the corner here, sends the ball in. Phineas Santello has it now. Passes it back to Lloyd Cleary, chips it in. Ball's bouncing around. Adrian Black does a good job getting his head on that one. Up to Phineas. Phineas chips it to Mustafa. Mustafa is being shielded out by Edward Stafford, and the keeper able to get on it. Good punt by the keeper from Belmont. Bouncing. Adrian Black gets on it. Clint Garahan will send this. Belmont will control in the middle. Passes wide. Back into the middle. Miles Lehman helps challenge there. And Belmont again passes backwards. Chipped in here, flicked on, and goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Lloyd Cleary gets this over to Andreas Cuellar. Andreas looks for a cutting Phineas Santello. This will be a horse race. And then again, Belmont very comfortable passing it back to its keeper. Good pressure by Mustafa Ayad, and this ball goes out of bounds. Substitute here. Phineas Santello came out. Not quite sure who went in for him. Clint Garahan's on his back, but he's back up. Miles Lehman quickly came back to help. Looking for cutting Francesco Valgusa, was not able to get it to him. Great job there by Lloyd Cleary. Andreas Cuellar back to Clint Garahan. Clint gets it to Andreas. Andreas turns left, and we'll have a throw in. I believe that might be, I'm not sure who came in for him. Oh, Francesco Valagusa. Took a shot there. It was a bit high, but probably a good idea. Keeper was a little bit out of position. Strangely, that call goes against Arlington, despite the fact that the defender's shirt was being grabbed. He was simply trying to get away, it looked like, to this observer, and the person holding his shirt went down. Throw in there by Miles Lehman up to Mustafa Ayad. Mustafa looking for Francesco Valagusa. Again, Belmont, lots of faith in their keeper. Pass back to him regularly. And Edward Stafford elects to just send that ball as long as he can. Lloyd Cleary now on the ball. Adrian Black gets it over. And this one is called for by the keeper. And slip there. And once again, Belmont plays a very long ball in. Kick to be taken here by Mustafa Ayad. He'll look to chip it over the top. Nice ball in. Keeper calls for it. Bounced around. Past the keeper. Lloyd Cleary still has the ball. Heading. And this ball sent to the keeper. He dribbles and picks it up. Lloyd Cleary gets his head on that. This one goes behind Clint Garahan, but Miles Lehman has it. And it's touched out of bounds by Belmont. Kicked into the middle. Arlington touches. And Ben Wasco gets it out to Miles Lehman. Miles surrounded by three Belmont players. And hold there by a Belmont player. Hold there by a Belmont player. Andreas Cuellar looks to get it over the top. Played into the middle. Belmont had more people in size there in the box. And Belmont controls. Keeper seems to be looking to waste as much time as he can with his team up 3-1. And I think he got a bit of a warning there from the referee. And a push in the back there by Belmont. Push in the back. Again, Belmont sends the long ball out. Adrian Black challenges here. Clint Garahan looks to contain. Andreas Cuellar comes back, and then Lloyd Cleary emerges from the middle. Very fast player. Mustafa Ayad has it. Gets it up to Francesco Valagusa. Francesco's looking for Mustafa in the middle. Mustafa thought he had somebody cutting, but a Belmont player did a nice job of coming back to intercept that pass. And Clint Garahan uses his speed to get that ball out of bounds. Substitute coming in for Belmont. And Arlington able to clear the ball there. Belmont will let this run out of bounds. Ball sent into the middle there. Adrian Black looking to contain it. And that ball out of bounds. Wyatt DuPont takes a seat after a good stint. And Phineas Santello comes back on the field. Lloyd Cleary there on the ball. Looks like an inadvertent trip there by Miles Lehman. Free kick coming for Belmont. Mustafa Ayad looks to control this ball, does a nice job there. Gets the ball up, nice job getting up to Francesco Valagusa, back to Miles Lehman.
Yes, John, yes!
Miles Lehman still going, and great job there by Miles Lehman to get a corner kick. Miles Lehman beat at least two of the Belmont defenders there, and they elected to kick it out of bounds. Corner kick coming in. Over the top. Mustafa Ayad's going to need to learn the true strength of his foot and be able to modulate that kick a bit. He sent a couple over the top tonight. He plays with a lot of adrenaline, and I think that gives him a little bit extra force in those kicks. Andreas Cuellar looking to control. Lloyd Cleary sends it into the middle, back to Mustafa. Ball's bouncing around. Belmont elects to send it long. Arlington passes out of the back. Mustafa Ayad up to Francesco Valagusa, unable to connect that pass. Pass back to the Belmont keeper. He'll look to launch it. Out to the side. Clint Garahan will let this one go out of bounds. Francesco Valagusa takes a sub, and I believe that's Jeremiah Jacob Dolan coming in. Jeremiah Jacob Dolan, a senior. Pass goes into Miles Lehman. Lloyd Cleary has it. Looks to cut through the middle. Too many Belmont players there for that move. Andreas Cuellar. And the ref decides that is a direct kick from just outside the box. Belmont player sends it long. And now out of bounds. Throw in for Belmont, up in the air. Mustafa Ayad there with the ball. Miles Lehman now. Looks to cut back. Maybe need to get rid of that one a little sooner. Andreas Cuellar to Mustafa. Mustafa to Lloyd Cleary. Lloyd Cleary not able to get the ball through. Santello now has the ball. Looks to use his speed. Too big of a touch there. And Belmont touches it out of bounds. Arlington needs to send more players forward on opportunities like this. Andreas Cuellar is going to have to beat everybody if he's going to score here. Nice couple of moves there by Andreas Cuellar to get into the middle, but Belmont able to send it out. Clint Garahan looks to chip this one in, and Belmont keeper has it, brings it down to the ground. Big bounce up in the air. Clint Garahan knocks it out of bounds. Arlington thought that was a handball. Refs say play on. Peter Mitri gets this one up. Mustafa gets it to Phineas Santello. He's got some green in front of him. Looks to control on the dribble. Cuts it back. Oh, misses the cutter. Clint Garahan looks to step. Belmont maintains control. Max McCursey tries to contain. And Andreas Cuellar has this, but first touch into the Belmont player. Peter Mitri sends this one out. Jeremiah Jacob Dolan will pressure here, the keeper. Big kick out. Call there, I believe it's against Belmont. Sent in by Max McCursey. Bounced up in the air. Mustafa Ayad has it. Looks for somebody to pass it to. Surrounded by Belmont players.
Move up, Arlington, go in!
Big throwing comes here. Bounces in the box. Miles Lehman looks to send it. And it will be another throw in. Throw back to Max McCursey. Max McCursey sends it over to Phineas Santello. Phineas looks to turn the corner. He does. Mustafa Ayad has it, takes a shot. That one's going to be high and deep. It will be a goal kick with 12.5 minutes left for Belmont. Arlington's been behind by 2 goals late and managed to tie a game so far this season against rival Lexington. They're going to have to pick up their game now to do the same. Miles Lehman, nifty move there. And unfortunately knocks the player down. And a timeout is called, I believe, by Arlington, with 12 minutes and 6 seconds left. Belmont has a 3-1 lead. Arlington's in a hole here. Belmont will take a long kick. Mustafa Ayad gets the ball going forward. Jeremiah Jacob Dolan sends it to the Belmont keeper. He'll pick it up once he's pressured. Throw in coming here for Belmont. Santello puts pressure on, now tries to beat his defender around the corner. Gets this one off. It bounces into the box. And a good shot there by Tiago Gomes. Stopped by the keeper. Big punt there by Belmont keeper. Arlington looks to contain. They cannot afford to give up another goal. That one's kept out. Nice job by keeper Ben Wasco. And it will be a corner kick for Belmont. Corner kick coming in. Big kick over the top, and this will go out of bounds. Goal kick for Arlington. Francesco Valagusa comes back into the game for Jeremiah Jacob Dolan at striker. That ball's out of bounds. Throw in here. Ball bounces around. Adrian Black looks to contain. Ball bounces around. Ben Wasco has a tendency to come out of goal when he sees the ball bouncing. That fortunately did not hurt him. Good step there by Belmont. Ball bouncing around. That's a very clear handball. Big kick coming here. Santello sends it up and in to Francesco Valagusa. Gets over to Miles Lehman. And I expect Belmont will send this one. They do. And that's out of bounds. Big push there by Belmont. And it will be a kick for Arlington. Arlington looking to score here. Good punch out by the Belmont keeper. Ball's bouncing still in the box. Belmont elects a big kick out. And now they're on the attack. Belmont player has the ball. Andreas Cuellar does a good job of coming back. And he turns this one upfield. Still in. Goes over the head of Miles Lehman. Santello on the ball now. Looking for somebody to pass to. Uses his speed. Gets it to Francesco Valagusa. First touch, not effective. Belmont able to touch it out of bounds. 6.5 minutes left in the game. Throw-in coming here. Santello looks to get it to Mustafa Ayad. Always a tough call. And good shot taken by Miles Lehman and stopped by the keeper. Belmont keeper has been very strong in goal today. Arlington has, I think, had more shots on goal, but the Belmont keepers managed to make the saves. Arlington was less effective on defense. That ball given to Arlington after a collision. Long throw in. Misses the mark. Hit out of bounds by Ed Stafford. Substitute now for Belmont. Santello with the throw-in. He's got a big throw-in. Arlington does bring players up on a corner kick. I wonder if sometimes, and particularly when they're behind, whether they do well to treat some of those throw-ins as if they were corners. Ball up in the air. Max McCursey unfortunately touches it out of bounds. Max has had a long night. He's played every minute. Fatigue showing a little bit there. 4.5 minutes left. Arlington needs a goal to make this one interesting. Lloyd Cleary there on the ball. This one will go back to Ben Wasco. He heads out quickly. Dribbles and punts. Ball bounces in the middle. Francesco Valagusa gets to it first. Belmont sends it out. Thiago Gomes has this one. Looking for Phineas Santello, but overcooked it. Missed his target. That ball out of bounds, throw in for Belmont. Call there against Arlington, jumping in, I believe. Edward Stafford has a big kick. Gets an extra 7 yards. And a fourth goal. Going to be important for Arlington to bounce back from this one at some point in their next game, which I believe is next Tuesday against Reading. Two and a half minutes left. Arlington now down 4-1. This ball comes in. Phineas Santello looks to get a foot on it, and I think he's earned a corner kick for his team. Ball will come in quickly. Arlington now brings more players up. Phineas chips it in. It's over the top. Miles Lehman has it. Lines it up. Wall of Belmont players there.
Oh, there we go! Another one!
And Ben Wasco with a great job of coming out there. That ball is out. Arlington has the ball in the middle. Over to Miles Lehman. Miles back to Andreas Gare. And good save there by the keeper. That was an amazing play on Arlington's part. I think some Belmont fans believe that that ball went in. Impossible to say from this angle. It certainly hit the bottom of the crossbar. Whether 100% of the ball had gotten into the goal area, don't know. Adrian Black gets this out. Belmont controls, still in the box. And it'll be a corner kick. Under 2 minutes left. It has not been Arlington's night. Belmont has effectively used the strategy of long balls to their forwards to create goal opportunities. The forward showed some good skill in finishing tonight. Arlington had shots on goal. Other than a penalty kick, they were not able to put any of the shots into the back of the net. And as the clock winds down, Arlington will need to regroup and be ready for their game next Tuesday against league rival Reading. This is ACMI Sports. Thank you for tuning in.